worried about that little dog having a reaction. We don't worry about a little cat, but we do worry about a little dog. So I find that interesting. So give the full dose at the appropriate age and interval. That's the way the law is. Now, if a dog is overdue for a booster, this is kind of an interesting question. And the dog is now 4 years since his last rabies vaccine. The dog comes in, it's a happy, healthy, tail-wagging dog, and you give it a rabies booster. Now, it's overdue significantly for a booster. When in state law is that dog considered to be, quote, currently vaccinated?
Maybe 24.
Okay, well, I've got A, B, and C. We've only got one more. That's D. Anybody for D?
No.
Okay, I want to be very clear on this. Every state says the same thing. The dog or cat that is overdue for a rabies booster, when you give that booster, it is, quote, immediately currently vaccinated. All right, again, trust me, I'm from the government, that works. So by the time the needle comes out of the skin, they're currently vaccinated. Now the next question for you all is, well, do I have to use a 1 year or a 3 year, or does it count as a 1 year or a 3 year vaccine? That does vary from state to state. Some states dictate if you're 1 day overdue, you gotta use a 1 year or a 3 year vaccine, but it's only good for 1 year. Most states don't. They say if you're using a 3 year vaccine, the dose is good for 3 years. Most, but not all states do that, which is an interesting point. So understand that. What I find intriguing is the states don't have a mandate on how much time has elapsed since the last rabies vaccine. This has been 8 years since they had a rabies vaccine. Hey doc, you know, we had a pandemic, I didn't get in here. And so they come in 8 years later, 4 years or more overdue for a rabies vaccine, and you give a vaccine, it is immediately currently vaccinated, and it is good for 3 years in most states, but not all. Exposure. Now exposure gets tangled up in the spokes.